We're just going to go over a few easy ways to keep your Makita gas saw running. Quick one today, we're just going to change the 3 filters on it. We're just going to undo this top screw here. It's just a screw, plastic screw, stays in the housing. Your housing will actually slide off. There's 2 grooves. Those will actually slide out then up. On the upside of that one, you have a little foam filter. That's your first preliminary air filter. You want to wash that out with just soapy water. If you use solvent, it'll actually dissolve and you won't have an air filter anymore. So that's your first one. Your second one's your primary air filter down here below. That's actually seated underneath the housing. So you'll need to undo these 4 screws here. It's just a Torx head. Right. And this housing just slides right off, and up underneath on the back side is your filter that just pulls straight out. And that one we're just going to blow off with compressed air. And just to clean it out, get in between your grooves here, make sure it's clean. If it looks like this one here and it's black and sooty, just buy a new one. It's just a paper filter, they're not too expensive, and this one's not sucking any air through it. Your third filter is your carburetor filter. It's sitting right here underneath your primary air filter. That one will just peel off, and then it's kind of dirty. You want to wash that off with solvent to get all of your soot and everything off of it. After you're finished with that, it just slides right back on top of your carburetor. Make sure to put that in the way you took it off, or else it won't feed correctly. I'm just going to show you how to clean the carburetor filter. We've got solvent running. Make sure you're wearing gloves. Just protects your hands a little bit. So all we're going to do is run it underneath the solvent. Make sure to get a clean coating. You're just going to rub all of the black soot, tar, carburetor nastiness off of it on both sides. And it's simple as that. You can look at it, make sure everything's off. Once you're done with that, you're just going to let it dry off. Cleaning your primary air filter, really easy. It's a paper filter, so make sure you're really careful. You're going to use compressed air. Just make sure to get in between all your little grooves in every nook and cranny of it. Just spray it out as best you can, so get to it. And make sure to get it from the back side as well. This is the side it actually draws air from. So easy as that, your primary air filter's clean. Alright, we're here at our kitchen sink, or any sink really. We're going to wash our top air filter. We got some crumbs, some dirt in there. You want to make sure to use clean water. If you use dirty water, it kind of defeats the purpose of cleaning the filter. All we're going to use is some clean, warm tap water and some dish soap. We just turn that on. Get it running kind of slowly. Get your filter wet. Pour some dish soap, just a little bit, on top of it here. And you're just going to massage the soap in there. Just kind of like you're cleaning a shirt. Make sure you get some decent suds on there so we know it's clean. And you don't want to wring it out. If you fold it, you could damage the filter. So you want to be really gentle with it. And just rinse it until it's clean. Sit it out to dry. Don't put it back in until it's dry. Just like your carburetor filter, you want all your filters to be dry. That's the way they're supposed to work. And after you're all finished, you let it sit out to dry. Alright, now that our filters are all dry, we're going to put them back on our machine and reassemble the top end. Start with the carburetor filter. That slides on. Make sure it's down all the way on all edges. And then we're going to take our primary air filter. We're going to tip the cover back over, and it slides in with the orange part facing what would be down. So it slides back in the hole there. And make sure it's tight. Your cover slides right back on top. Screw your screws in so that they're tight. They don't need to be overly tightened, just tight enough that it holds. Okay, and this is the difficult part. your top air filter, it's easier to put it in the top housing first before you slide it on. So you're going to slide it into the grooves of that top housing. Make sure it sits in there just like it did when you pulled it out. Alright, and you're going to slide your top housing with the 2 grooves into these. It slides in and then sits on. Tighten your top screw down and you're all reassembled, ready to go.